Good evening, everyone. Guys, before we start, can you just confirm me in the chat box if you guys are able to hear me loud and clear? And also if you're able to see the screen. Just give me 1 second. Yeah. And also if you're able to see the screen. All right. So let us the rest of the people join, because people are still joining. I could see that. So I hope you guys enjoyed yesterday's lecture that was on coding, and today we have a lecture on aptitude, and then tomorrow we'll have another session. Even that would be a very amazing session. So I hope you guys would be joining that as well, and I hope you guys are also asking your friends to be here as well, right? Because you don't want to get bored alone, right? So it's always better that you also have your friends here in the webinar so that you can later on discuss things. Yes? All right. So before we start, let us have a quick Q&A session of 1 minute, and post which we'll start the lecture, and also we'll have another Q&A session at the end of the session as well. So I'll invest another 15-20 minutes at the end of the session wherein I'll be taking questions from you guys. Might be a possibility that while I'm teaching, so I'll not be taking doubts which are not very relevant to the question, because that is a little disturbing for the rest of the people who are actually solving the question. So we can just park them for the end of the session. And meanwhile, we also have Adil on the chat moderation. So he'll also try to help you out with as many problems he is able to, right? And if you have any specific problems, really questions just for me, so I'll be looking into them at the end of the session, right? Praveen, in our TCS NQT preparation course, we cover each and everything. Whatever is needed, be it coding or programming, MCQ or aptitude, plus the bit of logical part that is ours in TCS, verbal, interview, right? Even the resume making, we take care of each and everything in the TCS NQT preparation course, right? Yes, Ashik Mukherjee, TCS will definitely conduct the NQT exam this year. We're not sure about the dates. There have been internal discussions which we cannot definitely, leak it out, but they will be hiring through TCS NQT this year. Good evening, Manikant. Good evening, Balakrishna, Shobhik. Right, so let us not waste any more time here. So today's session is basically the day 2 of the TCS NQT web series, right? Which is free for everyone who's on YouTube channel with us. So in this lecture, we'll cover, first thing which we'll cover is a bit about the TCS NQT syllabus, right? The type and the difficulty of questions. And then the most important and the interesting part is we'll be solving the verified last year questions, which will give you a very clear picture on the type of question which they asked, right? And at the end of the session, as I said, we'll have a Q&A round, right? All right. So I hope it's time that we start. Yes, guys, before this, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, because I hope you guys got the notification even 30 minutes before the lecture and when the lecture actually started. So this is very important, because we guys will be coming live at least once or twice a week. We even have a live lecture tomorrow as well. So we don't want you guys to miss anything. So just click on the subscribe button so that you never miss out on anything interesting and amazing that we might be, doing on YouTube. Yes? Okay. A little greedy thing, guys. So we love to see a lot of followers on Telegram, Instagram, WhatsApp, and our LinkedIn. So here are our channels. So these are very important for you guys, especially for the new joiners and the one who really don't know how to prepare for placements, because we keep on updating each and every information about the drives happening, or anything related to placement that you need to know on our Telegram, Instagram, WhatsApp, and LinkedIn. And it's like very exclusive. Sometimes we post it on Instagram, and sometimes we read on Telegram, or sometimes on WhatsApp. So we suggest you to join each and every channel. And if you visit the link, we have separate groups and separate channels for each and every year, right? So if you're 2021 pass out, you can join the Telegram for 2021, the Instagram for 21, and likewise, right? So we broadcast a very particular message to a very particular group of people. Let's say you're 2021 pass out, so you have nothing to do with the 2021. So 2020 related information. So we do not spam you with that, right? So make sure you subscribe. The links to this are also available in the description of the video, right? All right. So talking about the aptitude syllabus, so there would be 15 questions. 10, so most of the time there are 10 to 11. Sometimes there could be 13 12 MCQ questions, and then there are 2, 3, 4, or 5 FUB type questions. So when I talk about MCQ questions, so they are basically 4 options. You have to mark one, and yes, for the MCQ type of questions, you have no negative marking, right? But for the FUB type questions, wherein they are a little bit of subjective type, wherein you have to type your final answer, there would be 3 to 4 such questions in the exam from aptitude, and yes, there would be a negative marking as well in those. So take care of that very carefully. Now, talking about the most interesting fact, which I was expecting people to ask, but you did. So you have 13 minutes, guys, for this 15 questions. So now, for people who'd ask me how TCS NQT have changed through years, so last year, TCS NQT, there were 20 questions in aptitude and 30 minutes. Now what they have done is they have cut down the number of questions to 15, the time still being 30. So are you guys happy about that? You should not be actually. The thing is the question, the level and the difficulty of questions have increased drastically, right? This 15 questions, they're giving you 2 minutes each for one single question. So the questions are not really easy. Some of the questions, they are even half a page of one single question. You just, waste at least 30, 40 seconds to read the question. And once you read the question, you solve it, you waste a lot of time, right? So the difficulty have increased a lot, and you guys need to practice and, prepare very well to clear the aptitude round. Okay. So here's the first question on your screen, guys. A question from Time and Work, right? And this was asked in TCS last year. So because I'm just starting the lecture, this is the very first question. And to be honest, this is one of the easiest questions asked in TCS. So before I start, let me guys give you 20, 25, 30 seconds to complete this question. Give me the correct answers, and then I'll tell you the best approach to this question, right? Your time starts now. Meanwhile, if you guys have any doubts, you can definitely shoot it in the chat and I'll try to answer them as well. Also, I'm not trying to scare anyone. I'm just giving you the realistic scenario. The questions are tough. Do not take it light. It's not like the aptitude exams for other companies wherein the aptitude is really very easy. TCS have worked on it very hard, and they have come up with very tough questions from the last year. But don't worry, Prepinsa would help you through this journey. So we'll take another session on aptitude, and apart from that, we also have our TCS online classes wherein we take care of each and every topic that could be asked in TCS, wherein we take separate lecture for the TCS coding, and separate lecture for theory for aptitude, theory for programming MCQ, and then separate lecture for questions, and then we have live lectures as well. We have doubt clearing sessions and whatnot. So do not worry. Questions are tough, but we'll make sure you solve them quite easily. So what is the correct answer for this, guys? I think I've given you enough time now. Sakshi says 3 days. Any other answers? Okay, all right. So it says, in the normal course, Ravi, Sanjay, and Mukund can each individually build a wall in 5, 8, and 10 days, respectively. So one tip that I give you guys for TCS is, because the questions are lengthy, so whenever you read a line and whenever you get an interesting or important fact, just take a note of it, right? So that you don't have to go through that again, right? So it says, Ravi can finish the work in 5 days. Sanjay can do it in 8 days, and Mukund can do it in 10 days. Due to difficult terrain and slushy conditions at the site, the individual time required for each to complete the work has increased by 20%, 25%, and 50% respectively. So what do you mean when the time they have, the time required for them to complete the work has increased by 120%? So that means if Ravi initially needed 5 days, so if it has increased by 20 days, how many days will he need now to complete the work? Isn't that 120 upon 100 into 5? Yes. So what is that? That is going to be 6 days. Talking about Sanjay, so he initially used to complete the work in 8 days, and now he's taking 25% more time. So what is 125% of 8? What is 125% of 8, guys? 10 days, right? And talking about Mukund, so he initially was completing in 10 days, and now he's taking 50% more time. So he'll be now completing it in 15 days. Yes? Is that clear? So now, the question is, how long will they take to build the wall if they work together? So if they work together, how long are they going to take? So Ravin, Mukund plus Sanjay's 1 day's work would be 1/6 plus 1/10 plus 1/15. So this is the amount of work they'll complete in 1 day. So to complete the entire work, they'll be needing this much of time. Yes? Yes or no, guys? So I'm giving you guys 10 seconds. Can you give me the answer now? Let me see how quick you are in calculations, at least. So that is gonna be, guys, 3 days. You want me to solve it? So, okay. So I'm just solving this particular part. So this is gonna be the LCM would be 30. So 5 plus 3 plus 2. So that is basically 10. 10 upon 30. So 10 upon 30 is 1/3. So their 1 day's work is 1/3. So how long will they take to complete the entire work? They'll take the inverse of it, 1 upon 1/3. That is gonna be 3 days. This was the easiest of the questions which could be asked in TCS, to be honest. Okay. Let's see the next question. Using principle of moments, one can weigh any item using a single weighing stone. In one such experiment, a food packet was kept hanging at a distance of 15 centimeters to the left of a rod's center. It was countered by a 50-gram weighing stone kept at a distance of 45 centimeters to the right of the center. What's the weight of the food packet? So if you guys can see, is this a topic from Aptitude? No, right? But this was asked in last year TCS Aptitude exam. Because you being an engineering student, you would have studied class 11, 12 mechanics. So they thought of asking you this, right? So you guys have 20, 25 seconds for this, right? I don't want you guys to Google an answer. I want to see how many of you really remember the formula for top. Yes? Your time starts now. All right. So I can't see anyone of even a single guy answering it correctly. Chakrapani G, yes, your answer is correct. And then Ganesh Chaudhary, your answer is, I'm sorry, is wrong. Okay. So guys, can you tell me the formula for torque? What is torque? If you remember. So torque is basically RF sine theta. Yes? Okay. So now it says, so basically there is a rod, according to the question. There is a rod. What they have done is a foot packet was kept hanging at a distance of 15 centimeter to the left of the rod center. So this is basically 15 centimeter. And there is a food packet hanging. Yes. It was countered by a 50-gram weighing stone kept at a distance of 45 centimeter. So this particular is 45, right? And they countered this particular weight with a 50-gram weighing stone, 50 gram. Yes. So we basically, so they are now balanced. So what do you mean by balanced? So basically the force applied by this, so the gravitational pull felt by this particular end, the left end of the rod is equal to the force experienced by the right end of the rod. Yes. Let us say the mass for this food packet is m, which is what we need to find actually the weight. Yes. So can you tell me the torque applied by this particular weight on this rod? So what is the angle here? Theta. What is theta? Theta is 90 degrees. So the torque one, I'll call it torque one. So the torque one is basically, what is the R? R is the radius here. So the radius is 15. What is the force, guys? What is the gravitational force? Force is MA, right? What is A here? A is basically the gravitational pull. No other external force has been applied. So that means M into G. Yes, into what is sine theta? Sine theta is sine 90. What is sine 90, guys? Sine 90 is 1. So this is torque 1. Talking about torque 2. What is torque 2, guys? What is R in torque 2? R is 45. And what is M? M is 50 grams for this particular stone into G. Sine theta still being 1. Now, for this setup to be balanced, this torque 1 and torque 2 should be same. That is only case wherein they'll be same, right? When they'll be balanced, right? So equating them, what do I get? 15 mg is equal to 45 into 50 into g. Cancelling g on both the sides. And 15 threes are 45. So what is m that I get from here? M is 3 into 50. That is 150 grams. Option number B. Is that clear to everyone? Is that? All right. So here's another question, guys. It says, I have a 2-digit number. The units digit is twice as tens digit. If I reverse the number and subtract 36 from it, I get the initial number. What's the number started with? So even this one. So all the questions that I am taking in the lecture today are all the actual questions asked from TCS last year. Yes? So you guys have 20 seconds. I cannot give you more time than that. What would be the answer, guys, for this one? Some says 2, 4, 6, 8, right? So that's all we have in the option. Anyone having answer as 10, 12, 14, 16? Okay. So it says I have a 2-digit number. The units digit is twice as tens digit. So let's say the tens digit is x. So what would be the units digit? Units would be 2x because the units digit is twice as tens digit. Yes. So what would be the number, guys? What would be the number? If the tens digit is x, units is 2x, what would be the number? So if I say the tens digit is 4 and the units digit is 5, so how do you write it? You call it 45, right? What do you mean by that? So that is basically 4 into 10 plus 5, which is 45. So in that case, what would be the number here? So the tens place is x, right? So 10 times of x plus 2x, this would be the actual value of the number. Yes or no? So that would be 12x. Okay. Now, it says if I reverse the number and subtract 36 from it, I get the initial number. So what if I reverse the number now? So if I reverse the units digit would be x and the tens digit would be 2x. So what would be the number in that case? The number would be 10 times of 2x now because the tens place is 2x plus x. What is that? 10 times 2 is 20 plus 1, 21x. Yes. It says when I subtract 36 from this number, I get the initial number. So I get the equation from here. 21x minus 36 would be 12x, which gives me, so what is 21 minus 12, guys? That is 9. So basically 9x is 36. So x is 4. So if x is 4, so that means the tens place is 4. What is the units place? The units place is 8. So the number is 48. So what is the question? The question says what's the number started with? So the number basically started with 4. Is that clear to everyone? See, some of you people answered here, right? They answered the units digit to be 8, right? Sorry, the tens digit to be 8. That is not 8, right? This is the scenario when you reverse the number, but you have to answer the actual scenario, the initial number. This was the initial number, whereas the tens place was x only. X we found it out to be 4. Yes. All right. So guys, I'm really sorry I have to spam you guys a little because that is something that I'm getting from my marketing team. And also a lot of you people are also asking me on how to prepare for TCS actually. So we guys are running a very special offer. So what is TCS NQT course, to be honest? So TCS NQT course is a very well-designed course according to the last year's syllabus. You might also find some course on the internet here and there, right? But those are the courses which were designed according to the previous year's syllabus, right? But the syllabus has entirely changed last year, right? The pattern, you also saw that F is equal to MA question, right? A question from talk as well, and a lot of questions from here and there. You sometimes also see a question from resistance, electrical engineering, and all those things. So we have come up with the TCS NQT course wherein we cover everything, including aptitude, coding, programming, MCQ, verbal, interview preparation, resume preparation, and all, right? So the actual price for the course is 4,999, right? And if you go onto the link which would be provided by Adil to you in the chat section, or you can also find the link in the description of the video, right? So the price would be 1,999, but if you apply the coupon code YouTube, right, there would be a flat 200 discount from our end, right? So you will be getting the course for rupees 1799. And the most important fact is, if you buy it today before 11:59, you guys would say you said the same thing yesterday as well. But yes, a lot of you guys requested us to extend it for one single day because they had to arrange money from their parents and all. So we have extended it for today itself, right? So from today midnight, you won't be getting the CC++ and the DSA course free. Yes, you will get the part of DSA and CC++ that is ours in TCS, right? That small part of it, but in this C and C++ and the DSA course, we cover each and everything that you need to know from C, C++ and DSA, right? Even more than that you need for TCS. You will get this particular courses free with the TCS NQT course if you buy it today before 11:59. The link is provided to you by Adil on the chat section already. It is also available in the description of the video. Is even if TCS changes its syllabus this year, maybe, right? So even in that case, we will upgrade our syllabus, we will upgrade our content and provide it to you guys ASAP. We will also be conducting live sessions for you guys every day, right? We'll have sessions on coding, aptitude, and all those sections every day live. We also have, doubt clearing sessions wherein you guys can clear your doubts. And then we have a lot of questions and mock tests and quizzes for you guys to solve. So a very amazing course, to be honest. Right? Apart from that, we have also a royal pass. So what do you call a royal pass? If you play a PUBG, you might know what is royal pass. Royal pass means everything, right? It's just that you have all the access, you just need to prepare now. So royal pass is basically a pass for all the company specific courses that is available on our platform, all the programming related courses, all the DSA, C++ courses, Python courses, right? The mock test, interview, preparation courses, resume building sessions, and all those things, whatever is available on the website will be provided to you. And even if we launch a new course, even that would be available for you guys. Yes. So again, the price for this Royal Pass right now, as marketing team has said to me, is 4,444. This is not the actual value of the course. If you calculate the actual cost, that is more than even 20, 25, 30,000, but you guys can get it for 4,444. Yes. And for tonight, if you buy it before 11:59 p.m. today, you can still use the coupon code YouTube and you can get a discount of 200 rupees. Yes. If you guys have any doubts, I'll ask Adil to share the number of our mentors so that guys can call them up and ask them if they have any doubt in their head and clear it out, right? Okay, so let's get back to work, right? Guys, I'm sorry for the disturbance from the marketing end. So let us get back to work then. So we are done with this question. So let us see another question. Here's another question on your screen. It says, a police car starts chasing a fugitive in a BMW 3 hours after the BMW escapes from the scene of crime at 10 a.m. The BMW drives for 10 kilometers through the crowded roads of Shanghai and then drives into a highway where the traffic allows vehicle to move twice as fast. After a while, the police car catches up the BMW after a chase that lasted for 4 hours. By this time, the moon was up in the sky for 4 hours. If the average speed of the police car is 83 kilometers per hour, then the average speed of the BMW is. So as I said, if you look at the question, I know I am damn confident that 30-40% of my students, of the students who really do not solve questions, who really do not have never visited Prep Insta and solved questions from us, they would just skip this question looking into the length. It's more than a paragraph, right? It sometimes people would confuse it with the passage writing from verbal section, right? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines of a question. But if you really start solving it, if you really have your concepts clear, you can easily solve this question. So I'm giving you guys 20-25 seconds again. The time starts now. Again, people asking for the Flipkart link, you can find it on our Instagram channel for 2021, right? So that is basically at the rate, you can just search it on Instagram at the rate prep Insta 2021. Guys, give me just 1 second. All right, so I just cleared it out from our marketing team. So if you guys go and join this particular Instagram channel, so the thing is, in the bio, we have changed the link to the TCS webinar link. So if you really want the Flipkart's link, you can just message on our Instagram channel, that is Prepinsta 2021, and our team will definitely give you the link for Flipkart, right? Again, apart from this, guys, if you guys have anything that you really need to discuss with me related to placements or anything, or your career or your resume or whatnot, you can definitely reach out to me on my personal Instagram, that is Manish, MANISH 63163. Don't ask me what this number is. So this is actually my initial phone number. So Manish 63163, you guys can definitely send me a follow request here. You can send me messages, direct messages, and I'll definitely reply back to them. Yes? Okay, so let's get back to the question then. So it says a police car starts chasing a fugitive in a BMW car 3 hours after the BMW escaped from the scene. So if I say, so the BMW, right? And the police. So the police car started after 3 hours. One important fact that I got. So I always have a habit of, writing down the pointers that I get from the question, and which is very good because you cannot read the questions thrice or 4 times. So whatever information that you get, you need to take a note of it. Now, to be honest, they have written a lot of Ramayana and Mahabharata here, which is irrelevant. The BMW drives for 10 kilometers through crowded roads of Shanghai and then drives into a highway where the traffic allows vehicles to move twice as fast. Not even needed in this question, to be honest. After a while, the police car catches up the BMW after a chase that lasted for 4 hours. So this is BMW. This is the police car, right? So the police car started 3 hours after the BMW had left. And then after chasing for 4 hours, it got hold of the BMW car. So can you tell me for how many hours did the police car, drove? And for how many hours did the BMW drove? So the police car started chasing the BMW 3 hours later, right? And then it chased the BMW for 4 hours. So how many hours did the BMW drive actually? 3 plus 4. So 3 hours even before the police started to chase it, and then 4 hours while during the chase, right? So the police car traveled for 4 hours and the BMW traveled for 7 hours. Any doubt till this? Okay, now, one important thing is the start point and the end point is same, right? So when it will get hold of BMW, the police car and the BMW car will be at the same position, and the police and the BMW started also from the same position. So what do you mean in that case? So that means this particular distance, so whatever distance was traveled by the police and the BMW car, that was same. Yes or no? Okay, so they both of them traveled same distances. Okay, now can you tell me what is distance? Distance is speed into time, right? So talking about the distance traveled by the police car, DP, what would be DP? So what is the average speed of the police car? The average speed of the police car is 83. And what is time? The police car traveled for 4 hours, right? So 4. So this is basically the distance traveled by the police car. Now, talking about the distance traveled by BMW, what is that? So it traveled for 7 hours, right? So the time is 7 and speed is what we need to find. So let us say it is X. That is the question, right? Find the average speed of BMW. So we have assumed it to be X kilometer per hour. Now, as I said, the distance traveled by both of them is same. So guys, I'm really running out of space here. So let me use this space here and just explain it to you. So in that case, distance traveled by police car would be equal to the distance traveled by the BMW car, which means 83 into 4 would be equal to 7x. Yes. So which means x is equal to 83 into 4 upon 7. What is that? So that is basically 47.43 kilometers per hour. Option number C is the correct answer. Okay, so let me check, look into the chat. So I see a lot of people answered it correctly. Okay, meanwhile, I see Adil making jokes here and there. Yes? Guys, if you have any specific doubt not related to the question as of now, you can definitely keep it parked, or and we'll have a Q&A session at the end of this lecture. So I'll definitely clear it out there, right? Okay. So talking about the next question, a question from clocks. A clock started at noon. By 10 minutes past 5, the hour end has turned through how many degrees? And you have 4 options. You guys have 15 seconds. To be honest, 15 seconds is what you actually need to solve this problem. If you're taking more than that, you need more practice. Okay. So meanwhile, I see that Aman Vashne had super chatted. Thank you, Aman, so much. Right? Okay, so my team is requesting for super chat for me. So guys, if I get super chats today, I'm going to give it to the team. So basically to Adil and whoever is replying on the chat section, right? That would be a weekend party for them. All right, so talking about clocks. So let me just check how clear your concepts are related to clocks. So I think you know there is 12, 6, 3, and 9. Everyone knows about it, right? Okay. So now, first thing, let's say it is 5 o'clock now, exactly 5 o'clock. So where would be the minute hand? The minute hand would be at 12. And where would be the hour hand? The hour hand would be at exactly 5. Exactly 5 is what I'm saying, right? Okay. Talking about the actual scenario which is given in this question. So that is basically 10 minutes past 5 o'clock, right? So where would be the minute hand, guys? At 2? Yes. Where would be the hour hand? Exactly at 5? How many of you say so? No, right? That is what the misconception concept everyone has. When it was exactly 5, the R end was at 5. But now, because it has 10 minutes past now, so the R end will start approaching 6. So it would be somewhere here. So if I mark 5 more lines, so if I divide the space between 5 and 6 times, it would be at the first point. Okay, so that is clear. So now, one important thing, one interesting thing, in 12 hours, how many degrees does the hour hand cover? So the clock is a full circle, right? So if it is a full circle, so that means 360 degrees. So from 12 noon to 12 midnight, or 12 midnight to 12 noon, it is 12 hours. Yes. And then the entire 12 hours, when it completes 12 hours, it basically makes one complete rotation of the clock, that is 360 degrees. So that means R end completes 12 hours. So if the R end complete 12 hours, it rotates totally 360 degrees. So what if the R end, so what if it is 1 hour? What if it is 1 hour? So in that case, the angle made would be 360 upon 12, that is 30 degrees. So that means for every hour, the R end rotates for 30 degrees. So our question is 5 hours. So in 5 hours, how many degrees will the R end rotate? 5 into 30 degrees, which is 150 degrees. So a lot of people will say that is the answer, and that is not even in the options. Okay. So now, so this is basically when the this basically would be the answer when this is the time, which is 5 o'clock. But now, cause it is 10 minutes past 5 o'clock, so the R end will rotate for 10 more minutes, right? So what is 10 minutes, guys? Can I not say 10 minutes as 10 upon 60 hours, which is actually 1 by 6 hour? So if in 1 hour, the R end rotates 30 degrees, so in 1 by 6 hours, how many degrees will it rotate? It will rotate 30 upon 6 degrees, which is 5 degrees. So can you tell me now what would be the total angle made by the R end? 150 plus 5 degrees. So which is basically 155 degrees. Clear that, everyone? All right. So moving on to a question from probability, right? Here's the question. So it says, Ram speaks the truth 40% of the time and Lakshman speaks truth 60% of the time. Guys, the most important disclaimer here is I did not make this question. So if you are a bhakt and if you want to claim that I am saying that Ram tells lie 60% of the time, I am not the one. The TCS guy who made the question is the one to get hold of, right? So no offense. So Ram speaks truth 40% of the time and Lakshman speaks truth 60% of the time. Percentage of cases Ram and Lakshman are likely to contradict each other in stating the fact is. You guys have 30 seconds. Okay. So let me take down the pointers from the question. So it says Ram speaks truth 40% of the time. So I'll write it as Ram speaks truth 40% of the time. So what is the probability when I say 40%? So that is basically 40 upon 100. So which is 4 by 10, right? So the probability that Ram would speak the truth is 4 by 10. Again, Lakshman speaks truth 60% of the time. So what would be the probability of Lakshman speaking the truth? 60%, so that can be written as 6 by 10. Yes? Adil, stop this. I do not look like this. Yes? Now, so if Ram speaks truth, the probability of Ram speaking the truth is 4 by 10. So what is the probability of Ram lying? Would that not be 1 minus 4 by 10? Because the total probability. Ram would either say the truth or either he'll speak the truth or he'll lie, right? So only two cases. So in that case, don't tell me Ram won't speak. That cannot be considered here, right? That would be the same case wherein when you flip a coin and it becomes Rajnikant and there is no heads and tails, right? The coin falls straight. That cannot be a case here. So the probability of Ram lying would be actually 6 by 10. Similarly, what would be the probability of Lakshman lying? That would be 1 minus 6 upon 10. That would be 4 by 10. All right. So we have the probability of all the cases, Ram, truth and lie, Lakshman, truth and lie. Now talking about the contradiction. So the question is, percentage of cases Ram and Lakshman are likely to contradict each other in stating the fact is. So guys, let me give you a scenario here. So let's say I say the sky is blue. Yes. So there is person A and B. So the actual fact is sky is blue. I am not telling a lie here. I'm speaking the truth and that is the fact, right? The sky is blue. Now, person A and B, there are two persons, right? Talking about the same fact. When will they contradict each other? When A will say, yes, the sky is blue. And when the second one will say, no, the sky is pink. So basically, the one is telling the truth, the other one is lying, right? That is the case when they will contradict while stating the same fact. Okay. So that means there would be case one. So what would be case one? I can consider case 1 when Ram speaks the truth and Lakshman lies. Yes. What would be case 2? Case 2 would be when Ram is actually lying and Lakshman is talking the truth. That can also be a possibility. Any other case you guys see? No, right? Now. So what is the probability of Ram speaking the truth, guys? Just a second. The probability of Ram speaking the truth is 4 by 10. And similarly, Lakshman lying is 4 by 10. So what is the probability here? 0.16. 4 fours are 16. 16 by 100 is 0.16. Don't worry, guys. I'll come to the end and the odd thing, which a lot of you might be thinking about. Don't worry. Second case, Ram lying, that is 6 by 10. Lakshman speaking the truth is again 6 by 10. So the probability would be 0.36. Okay. So why did I multiply here? Because guys, this case 1 is a case wherein this is an AND scenario. This is also an AND case. Why AND case? Because you actually need to find the probability when they will contradict each other. So basically, contradiction is one single event. If only one will speak, that is not a contradiction, right? When both of them will speak together, in which also one speaking the truth, other one, lying, that would be one single case. So that is an AND case, right? When both Ram and Lakshman will speak. Yes. So these are the AND cases wherein we multiply the probability for both, which we did in case 2 as well, right? Now, can you tell me whether I'll add this 0.16 and 0.36 or I'll multiply them now? I will add them up, right? Cause even if you read this case in proper English, the word or will come and we put a plus sign wherein we get or. The case would be Ram speaking the truth, Lakshman lying, or Ram lying and Lakshman talking the truth. This cannot occur together, right? It cannot be like Ram is speaking the truth as well and he's lying as well. Cannot be the case, right? Either case 1 will happen or case 2 will happen. So that is why a plus sign. Whenever or comes, there is a plus sign. So that means what is the total probability here, guys? 30, 40, 52, right? 0.52. What is 0.52? So 0.52 into 100% is basically 52%. I hope that was clear, right? And we also take care of a lot of such interesting facts related to all the topics in our online classes. So make sure you check them out at least once. I am sorry, the marketing team forced me to do so. So, any doubt till here? Anyone? So meanwhile, I guess Hindustani Bhau is there on our chat and he's replying. That is fine. Let the moderators do their job and let me do mine. So another question. There is a horse and a saddle. The sum of their cost is rupees 1100. The cost of the horse is rupees 1000 greater than the saddle. What is the cost of the saddle? So guys, to be honest, even when I saw this question, I was like, hey, are these TCS people? What are they doing? So simple question. The cost of the horse is 1000. The total is 1100. So the cost of the saddle would be 100 macha. Yes. That was what my answer was. I marked A. Though I didn't go for the TCS test, I saw it later was and I marked it A on the very first go. But that is not the case, guys. It says the cost of the horse is 1000 greater than saddle. Yes. So what if I say, let's say the cost of the saddle is rupees X. So then what would be the cost of the horse? it is 1,000 greater than the saddle, right? So that means the cost of the horse would be rupees X plus 1,000. Yes. So now cost of the saddle is X, cost of the horse is X plus 1,000. So what is the total cost for the horse and the saddle? That is basically X plus 1,000. And that is given to us as 1,100. The sum of their cost is 1,100. So what does that mean? That means 2X is 100. That means X is 50. That means I was wrong at the first go. The answer is not 100. The answer is 50. Is that clear? Okay, even in chat, I see a lot of people answering it 100. I'm happy. I'm not the only one. Adil says the cost of the horse is our salary. So Adil will make sure that is your salary from this one. Right? All right. So guys, another disclaimer for this question. This is not about me or my family. This I is that TCS guy who made the question. Yes. So when I married 10 years ago, because I didn't marry, I married 1 year ago. My wife will kill me that you married 10 years ago as well. So when I married 10 years ago, my wife was sixth member of the family. Yes. Today, my father died and a baby born to me. The average age of my family during my marriage is the same as of today. The average is same as of today. What is the age of the father when he died? You guys have 30 seconds. Meanwhile, I'll also enjoy the chat. You guys have 30 seconds to give me the answer. And let me see what Hindustani Bhav is doing in the chat. So actually, Adil, your salary is not actually the cost of the horse. It is actually the cost of the horse plus the super chat that we get from today's webinar. Yes? A little bonus this time. Abhishek Pandey says the marriage joke was lame. Yes, I agree to that as well. So there is some important fact coming. Did you know 91 out of 100 students who got placed in TCS last year were from Prep Plan? Yes, that is not a joke at all. That is a true fact. Okay. So it says, when I married 10 years ago, my wife was the sixth member of the family. So what is average? Before we start the question, what is average? Or in this case, what is average age? Average age is basically the total age of all the members upon number of members in the family. That's what average age is. Yes? Okay. So when I married 10 years ago, my wife was the sixth member of the family. So 10 years ago, flashback time. How many members were there in the family? So when he got married, wife was the sixth member. So there were total 6 members, right? Okay. Let us say the average age at that time was X. Yes. So in that case, can you tell me what is the total age of all the family members combined? So the total age would basically be the average age into the number of members. That is basically 6 into X. This was the total age of all the members. Now, 10 years hence, what happened? The father of that man died and a baby born to him. Yes? Okay. So guys, can you now tell me what would be the total age of the family? Now, 10 years hence. The total 10 years ago was 6x. Yes. Let us say, let us not consider this fact, the father and the baby born case. Let us take it a little, let us take it in the next step. So can you tell me now what would be the total age of the family now? would that not be 6x plus 60? Why? Because there were 6 members and now 10 years have passed. So every member will grow by 10 years. So 6 members into 10 years each. So that means the total age will increase by 60 years. So the total age now would be 60x plus 6x plus 60. Yes? Okay. Now, talking about today, so his father died, right? So let us say the age of his father when he died today was Y, and then a baby born to him. So when a baby is born, his age is 0. So this is the actual age of the family now. Yes or no? Okay. Now, the family member. What is the count of the family member now after his father died and a baby born? Still 6. Okay. So this is the average today, right? Total age today upon the total number of members today. This is the average. So as per the question, the average age of my family during my marriage is same as of today. So what was the average 10 years ago? It was X. Yes. So that means 6x plus 60 minus y is equal to 6x. Shifting this 6 on the right hand side. So 6x and 6x gone. So which gives me y as 60. Okay. So what was y, guys? So why we considered here to be the age of father when he died, which is the question actually. What is the age of father when he died? So the answer is option number B, 60. Is that clear, everyone? Okay. So another question. So A Express running at a speed of 60 km per hour and Cholan Express at 120 km per hour take 10 seconds to cross each other. When they are running in opposite directions, right? If Cholan Express is 120 meters longer than the A Express, I cannot name it, Abhilyangiri Express, what's the length in meters of the later? So what do you mean by later? Basically the A Express. Yes. So you guys have 20 seconds to be honest. So guys, I don't know if you guys have watched the lecture on the special lecture on the speed, time and distance that I take in my online classes or not. I'm not sure about that. But in the theory section, we have a very separate topic, especially for the speed, time and distance related to trains, right? A lecture for 30-35 minutes wherein we take care of all the questions and all the type of questions that could be asked from speed, time and distance, and not only speed, time and distance trains, whatever sort of questions are being asked in TCS related to any topic, we take a separate theory for that and a separate questions video for that as well, right? So make sure you check it out once. I hope the team has shared the links and the coupon code with you as well. Yes. Okay. Guys, I cannot take the entire theory for trains here. So only to give you a brief on it. So the time taken by two trains. So the trains are in opposite directions, right? So let us say train A and train C. What is the speed of the first train? A, it is 60 kmph. The other one is 120 kmph, right? This is kmph, something that should be taken care of very carefully in speed, time and distance questions. So they are running in the opposite direction, right? Let us say the length for each one is L1 and L2. We don't know that, right? So the formula is the time taken by two trains to cross each other when they are running in the opposite direction is basically L1 plus L2 upon the relative speed. So guys, what would be the relative speed? So let us say for the timing, I'm calling it S1 and S2. So what is the relative speed of two trains when they are traveling in the opposite direction? They'll add up, right? S1 plus S2. Yes. So what is L1 and L2? We are not very clear about that. So let them be L1 and L2 for the time being. What is S1 and S2? It is 60 plus 120 kmph. Yes. Okay. Now, So it says they take, how much time do they take to cross each other? They take 10 seconds to cross each other. So what is the time? The time is 10 seconds. Seconds, right? Now, guys, the time is in second, and I see that the Cholan Express is 120 meters long. So even L1 plus L2 are in meters. So why is the speed in kilometer per hour? We have to convert that into meter per second, right? So how do you convert from kilometer per hour to meter per second? You simply multiply it by 5 by 18. Whatever speed you are given, if you in kilometer per hour, if you multiply it by 5 by 18, you get the speed converted into meter per second. Another trick, right? Okay. So that means L1 plus L2 is 10 into 180 into 18, sorry, into 5 by 18. So this is basically 18 and 18 gone. So 10 into 50 is 500. So we got to know that the length of both the trains combined is L1 plus L2. That is actually 500 meters. Yes. Now, it says if the Cholan Express is 120 meters longer than the Abhyangiri Express. So that means if I say, so what is Cholan Express? That is L2, right? Length of Cholan Express is L2. So let us say the length of train 1 is L1. So what would be the length of the train 2? It would be L1 plus 120. Because the second train is 120 meters longer than the first one. So that means length of the first one plus 120, which would give me 2L1 is equal to 500 minus 120. What is that? That is 380. So what is L1, guys? L1 is 380 upon 2. What is 380 upon 2? It is 190 meters. I hope that was clear to everyone. Okay. So talking about another question, a question from mixtures and allegations. You guys have 20 seconds. And meanwhile, I see Arindam Pal giving super chat. Thank you so much. So Adil gets it, basically. So Adil, you have a bonus for you. All right. So it says two alloys A and B are both are made of iron and zinc. The ratios of iron to zinc and two alloys are 5:3 and 1:2 respectively. A and B are combined in the ratio 4:3 to yield a new alloy C. What is the ratio of iron and zinc in C? So a lot of guys would start solving it with the butterfly method, which I also teach you a lot of times in the online classes. But guys, in this time, to be honest, that won't be a very honest choice. We have a very interesting way to solve this question, which would hardly take 20 seconds. Let us see how. So, see, first thing is, there are two alloys made of iron and zinc, right? Let's call them A and B. So the ratios of iron to zinc in the two alloys are 5:3 and 1:2. They are mixed in the ratio 4:3, right? So let me say the quantity in which they are mixed is, let's say, 4x is to 3x, right? If you are really not very clear, so let me say from alloy A we take 4x kg, and from the second one we take 3x kg. So the ratio is 4:3. Okay. Now, talking about iron. So from A, how much iron is taken? How much total alloy from the alloy A? How much alloy A is taken totally? 4x kg, right? So how much iron is there, guys? The ratio of iron and zinc in alloy A is 5/3. So that means how much iron is there? 5/5 plus 3. And we take 4x kg from it, right? So which means from the first alloy A, we are taking how much iron? We are taking 5 into 4x upon 8. Yes. So what is that? So that is basically 5x by 2. Yes, from A. And how much zinc are we taking from the first one? What would that be? So that would basically be 3 by 8 into 4x. So that is 3x by 2. Talking about alloy B, how much iron are we taking from it? It's 3x now, right? And we are taking 1 by 2. So that is basically 1 by 1 plus 2. So that is 1 by 3 into 3x iron, that is x. And from the second alloy B, how much zinc are we taking? So that is 2 by 3 into 3x, which is 2x. Yes. So guys, can you tell me how much total iron? So when now we are mixing them, how much is total iron in the alloy, new alloy C? 5x by 2 plus x. And how much zinc? 3x by 2 and 2x. Yes. So what is the ratio of iron to zinc? That is going to be 5x plus 2x, 7x by 2 upon 4 plus 3, 7x by 2. So that is equal, right? So that means the ratio is 1:1. Is that clear, guys? Everyone? Acha, Tanuja is asking for the Flipkart hiring link, right? So Tanuja, you can reach out to our Instagram, that is @prepinsta20212021, and you can simply DM there, directly message us there, and we'll share you the link for Flipkart then. Yes. All right, so let's move on quickly to the next question. So here's the next question. It says Bhaskar wanted to send some documents to Shakuntala. He had her address without the 6-digit PIN code. He didn't want to risk sending documents without PIN code, so he called Shakuntala. Shakuntala did not give the PIN code directly, she said. So Shakuntala is very rude. She said the first 4 digits are 1910 in hexadecimal, and the last 4 digits are 3177 in octal. Bhaskar could courier the documents now. So what is her PIN code? So you basically have two sets of 4-digit numbers. You have to convert them from hexadecimal to decimal and from octal to decimal, and then you have to decipher the code. So this is actually a logical reasoning type of question, which is also because TCS do not have a separate section for logical. So they ask the logical questions from the aptitude section itself. Yes. I hope you guys are solving this one. Okay, guys. So it's given that 1910 is in hexadecimal and 3177 is in octal. So how do you convert from hexadecimal to decimal, guys? So the way is basically, so what is the units place? The units place is 0. So multiply it by 16 to the power 0 cause it is hexadecimal, and now you are converting it to decimal. Plus, what is the tens place? It is 1. So 1 into 16 to the power 1. Plus, what is the hundreds place? It is 9. So 9 into 16 square plus again 1 into 16 cube. Yes. So what would you get from here? So 0 plus 16 plus, let me use the calculator. So that is going to be 2304. Guys, you should actually remember what is the square and cube of 16. Yes. I did not use a calculator. I just remember the values for 16. So what is 16 cube, guys? That is 4096. So what is the total? The total here would be 6416. Now, talking about converting from octal to decimal. So octal 8, right? So similarly, 7 into 8 to the power 0 plus 7 into 8 to the power 1 plus 1 into 8 square plus 3 into 8 cube. So if you calculate, you will get the final answer from here as 1663. So what is the pin code, guys? Pin code is 64161663, which is actually option number A. Okay, another question of Bhaskar and Sakuntala. So I guess, guys, this should be actually end. I don't know, this might be a typo. So Bhaskar and Shakuntala challenge each other in math, and they are at. So guys, can we do one thing? Let me not solve this particular question. Let us do one thing. After the lecture, you guys can take a screenshot, or anyways, after the live session is over, the answer for this question would be available, right? Sorry, the video would be available on YouTube. Let me not solve this particular question. This is a really interesting question. I want you guys to have as much time as you want and answer this to me. So let us do one thing. The top 3 guys to give the correct answer to this in the comment section, not in the chat section, after the video is live, would get the TCS online class from us for free. The top 3, the 3 fastest one would get the TCS online class for free, which is of actually 1999, and right now we're giving a coupon code, so 1799, but you will get the online class for free. So take a screenshot, or you can come later and see the question and then start answering. So yes. Okay, so talking about another question, a question which says, so this is again a question from logical reasoning. It says a very crowded street in T Nagar, so T Nagar is in Chennai, contains 100 buildings. The buildings are numbered from 1 to 100. How many nines are used by the Chennai Corporation in numbering these buildings? Your time starts now. Okay, so the buildings are numbered from 1 to 100. So when is the first time 9 will come? It will come when they will be numbering the building number 9, then 19, 29, and so on till 89. So how many 9s will be there? So 9 will come 9 times? Yes? Okay. Then talking about from 91 to 98, 9 will come 8 times? Yes? And then for 99, it will come 2 times. So 17 plus 2, 19. Can you guys tell me where did I miss? What is it that I missed? Or 19 is the correct answer? Okay. So we took care of from 9 to 89, 91 to 98, 99. So there is one more number, that is 90, guys. You can never forget that. When you are 90s kid, right? So how can you forget the number 90? So again, one time here. So how many total times 9 came? 10 plus 10. That is 20. So this is a type of logical question, logical reasoning question that is also asked in the aptitude section of TCS. Yes? Okay. So guys, let us come back to this again then. So do not miss the chance to get the free C++ and the DSA course, because the offer is valid only till 11:59 p.m. tonight. And you can use the coupon code to get the online classes for ₹1799. I hope the team has shared the link with you already. You can also find the link in the description of the video, right? Okay. Then talking about the Royal Pass, guys. Okay, so people asking a lot of doubts here again. So Yes, what do we cover in our TCS NQT course? So we cover everything actually, guys, that you actually need in TCS. We cover the basic aptitude. You have seen how basic the aptitude is in TCS. The questions are really tough, right? And then talking about the logical part. So they do not have a separate logical part, but that is included in aptitude. I've repeated that 3-4 times in this session. Then the coding part, the programming MCQ, the verbal section, right? Apart from that, if you clear the aptitude, the first written round, you also have the interview section. Interview round, we prepare you for that as well. You also have to create a resume for your interview, right? So we help you creating a resumes as well. Apart from that, we will have live sessions as well. Even if TCS gets announced and there might be a 5-10% changes in the syllabus, we will definitely make sure that you get the updated course in 3 to 4 days max. And we will also be taking live lectures daily. Apart from that, we also have the doubt clearing sessions, right? So a very, very handy price, to be honest, 1799. We are giving all that is possible from our end. And even if there is anything that we could definitely help you out with, me or Atule or the Prep Insta team, definitely reach out to me on my Instagram handle, that is Manish @Manish 63163. I'll definitely help you out, right? You can directly message me over there. I'll be available round the clock to help you guys out. Okay. So another request from marketing team is about the Royal Pass. So what is Royal Pass, guys? So in Royal Pass, actually Royal Pass is basically everything that is available on Prep Insta, all the classes, all the courses, all the interview preparation courses, resume making, mock interviews, and whatnot. So even if there is something that is not mentioned in the list, and even let's say we launch a new course in the coming time, so we would be launching an aptitude course next month. So you guys will also get the aptitude course, which we will be launching next month for free with the Royal Pass. So you get all that is there on the website as a free access to you if you are a Royal Pass member. So what is the price? The price is 4444, the actual price. So guys, if you multiply 30 with the actual price of all the classes and all, it is way beyond 25-30,000, but it is for 4444 because you guys are royal to us. And then for today itself, if you use the coupon code YouTube, so you will get another discount of rupees 200. So the price would be 4244. So guys, I think that's enough from marketing now. So let us now have a quick Q&A session. Yes. So let me go through the questions. Okay. So let me show you my Instagram profile here itself so that people can, follow me. So this is my Instagram handle, guys. Okay, some pictures of me getting married, and also this is real account. Okay, so here is my Instagram handle, that is Manish63163. You can find me. You can directly message me over here round the clock, and I'll definitely help you guys out with anything. If you have some financial issues and you want to discuss, if you have anything related to your career or your family, even any problem that is not letting you getting plays, you can definitely reach me out and I'll help you out definitely. Okay, so talking about the Q&As, guys, Anshul is asking when will NQT be conducted. So say there have been talks about TCS NQT to be conducted, which we cannot leak it out right now, but yes, it will be conducted very soon. Yes. Ganesh Kumar says, after completing NQT, will I be able to get chance to learn free aptitude classes? Yes, Ganesh. If you complete the TCS NQT course, you can definitely reach me out on my Instagram handle. I'll definitely get you enrolled to the aptitude classes for you itself if you complete the entire TCS NQT course that is available, right? Any more doubts, guys? I think most of them have been answered already. So you have another 3-4 minutes. I'll be here and we'll be discussing anything that you need to discuss, and then we'll have a wrap up. Sunita Singh, as of now, we are not doing that. The MBA grads, but yes, you can still, to start with your basic, you can, start solving the aptitude problems and the logical cause. That is also more or less similar, right? And even talking about the interviews, that is 30 to 40% similar for MBA grads, but yes, we do not have any specific course for our MBA as of now. Okay, and then talking about co-cubes, guys. So I don't know whether you guys are aware of the fact or not, but TCS, so co-cubes is now, even people from 2021 batch can go and register for co-cubes from their website. And to be honest, had been discussing with co-cubes for a long time, and there are a lot of companies which are lined up, and there are still 3 to 4 companies that are active on co-cubes and that are hiring. Yes, so I would suggest Adil to please share the link to register for co-cubes, and we guys also have a special coupon code for you guys if you apply for co-cube. So I hope the team will share it with you, the link and the coupon code both. Yes. So as per the discussions, there are around 15 to 20 companies which would be hiring through co-cubes in the coming month, right? So make sure you guys have given your co-cubes exam. Even if you have given the exam and you see that your percentile is not very good, I would suggest that you prepare very well from Prep Insta and then give your co-cubes test so that you have a very nice score. And when companies actually select your resumes from there, when they check your score, they find it impressive. Yes. Neetu Singh, there would be no options in the FUB type questions, which is fill up the blank type questions, right? But in the MCQs, you will have options. Yes. Okay. And guys, apart from that, if you guys have anything that you really need to discuss with our mentors, so the team have shared the mentor number here on the chat. So that is 844-844-0710. So any doubt that you have, you can definitely call them up. They are available and they will definitely help you out with your doubts. Yes. So Nitish Arora, there is a lot of content related to co-cubes which is available on Prep Insta. You can simply go and search co-cubes Prep Insta, right? So here's the dashboard for co-cubes, right? We have a lot of free content here, so you can definitely access it. And then if you really are impressed and if you really want to take it further, so we also have the co-cubes online course for you. Yes, so you can also buy that as well, wherein we will cover all that you need to know for co-cubes. Samay Jain says, what's the approach to solve long question? Samay, as you saw, if you are reading a really long question in Aptitude, always take your pen and paper, and whatever information that you get from the question, even in the first statement of the line of the question, just take a note of it. Do not skip the data. Take a note of all the data so that at the end you have all the data written. Okay. And also talking about the companies hiring via co-cubes, right? A lot of people are asking me about that. Okay, so here's the entire page for that. You can simply Google companies hiring via co-cubes. We have an entire list of pages, so you can see, it is a never-ending list, to be honest. Companies like Flipkart, Amazon, Voltas, Adobe. So there are other exams which is AMCAT. So they are basically service or IT based, but co-cubes is the one which will really get you into a product-based company. Companies like Samsung or Amazon, Flipkart, Voltas, Adobe, right? ABB. So AMCAT, as I say, they are a service-based IT company job provider. So that is mostly for the CSIT guys, but co-cubes is also for the core company guys, which is basically mechanical or the civil branches. So there are a lot of companies, the core companies which are also tied up with co-cubes, and you can get a job into a core company if you have a very good score in co-cubes. Yes. Okay. Now, also, the package for AMCAT is really very low, but the package for co-cubes, you can see Flipkart is 23 LPA, Adobe it's 22, Mu Sigma is 21, right? And then also companies averaging 7 LPA, 6 LPA. There is a huge list, right? And there are a lot of companies which are not even updated on this page, and there are a lot of new companies hiring as well, which is not even updated here. So we'll ask the team to update it here as well, and you can also find it out on the CoCube. I hope the team has shared the link for CoCubes here and also the coupon code, right? Guys, I think it's enough here, right? What say, Adil? I think it's done. So guys, if you still have any doubts, you know where to reach us out. So let me show it to you again. Let me go back. So first thing is, guys, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel because we will be coming live, on a very frequent basis from now on. And if you guys have subscribed, you will get a notification and you will not miss any important lecture, right? So make sure you have subscribed to the channel. Second thing is, guys, join the important channels that are there. So the Telegram, Instagram, WhatsApp, and LinkedIn, right? So all the link to join these channels are there in the description of the video itself. You can go, and our channels are very year specific, right? So if you are a 2020 pass out, we have a separate channel for a 2020 batch pass out. So whenever we are rolling out a message for 2021 pass out, you won't be getting it, right? And likewise, so we do not spam you a lot, but yes, we love to see followers. And yes, sometimes what we do is we keep on changing the medium through which we share information. Sometimes we might post a drive update onto Telegram. Sometimes we do it in Instagram. Sometimes we are more greedy and we want it to share it only on WhatsApp, right? And not on Instagram and Telegram. So I suggest you guys join all the 4 of them. The link to them is there in the description of the video. Yes. So thank you so much, guys. It was really amazing. So we also have another session tomorrow at 6 p.m. Meanwhile, if you have any doubts, you can reach out to the numbers that are shared to you, and you can also reach out to me on my Instagram. That is so here's my Instagram handle. If you have any doubt related to any question from today's lecture, you can definitely reach out to me. You can just directly message me over here, and I'll help you out. So thank you so much, guys, for connecting. Hope to see you in the next session. Goodbye.